My name is Lin Procter and I'm Raising Aspirations Director for Future Academies, which includes Pimlico Academy. I think students who are sort of thinking about what they might want to do, whether they want to go to university or an apprenticeship route, it's really important for them to think about what works for them. Perhaps they've got a specific career that they have in mind and it might be more sensible to follow the apprenticeship route on that. Perhaps they may need more support with their studying. So in fact, the idea of going to university and being kind of left to yourself is not necessarily appealing to some of them. And so an apprenticeship offers that kind of mentorship and that sort of collegiate atmosphere that perhaps you wouldn't get at university. And some actually can't afford to not be working. So I think there are a number of reasons that they need to think about. There's a big issue, I think, with parents and the route of an apprenticeship when you leave school at 18. And I think that actually applies to both parents who went to university themselves and actually who didn't go to university. Because there's a kind of kudos about going to university, which apprenticeships don't seem to have. And I think it's back to the idea that perhaps what apprenticeships was 20, 30, 40 years ago is not what they are anymore. You know, I think a lot of parents are really surprised to know that you can get degree level qualifications as an apprentice. They don't think that's necessarily the issue at all. So I think there's a lot of work to do with parents. One of the issues around apprenticeships is the amount of information that young people get and where they should find that information. And if you put that against the other competitor, which is fundamentally UCAS, one website with a lot of very good supporting websites such as Which University, one application process, helped by teachers who've done that application process themselves and are very skilled at that, to the other side, which is a myriad of often fantastic opportunities, but who's going to help the young people navigate those paths really. So I think that's a challenge for apprenticeship providers. One of the issues with employers engaging with schools is that so many teachers just did school, university, back to school again. That's a challenge, I think, for employers generally, for in any way that they want to engage with schools. I think there's a lot of discussion about how we can engage more with teachers. And I think actually the main problem is with the school leaders, the leadership, the headship team. If you've got the support of the headship team, you've got some way to go.